Hey guys! So I wanted to do a quick little tutorial for my everyday makeup that I've been doing. It's been about 2 months, so basically all summer. I've been loving this makeup routine. It's stuck with me, so I'm gonna share it with you guys here today. So let's get right into it. My skin is bare right now. I have nothing on. It's seen better days. Honestly, I have a few breakouts. Yeah, it's just a mess. And so basically what I do is start with skin prep. Okay, starting with skin prep. This is actually my mom's. It's the Mabel and Meg Lumilixer Vitamin C Serum plus Hyaluronic Acid. I don't think she knows I have this, but yeah, just gonna apply this everywhere. So that product absorbs super quickly, so it's basically gone already. Like I feel just my skin is super smooth. Next is the Urban Decay Drop Shot Mix-In Facial Oil. Basically, you can put this in your foundation or just wear it alone. Now for this product, I would say if you don't really like the whole dewy finish or your skin is more oily, I'd kind of stay away from it a little bit. But I'm super dry, so I need as much moisture as I can get. So another step that I've been doing lately is applying kind of like a balm, a skin salve. This one is from Glossier to the areas that I would want to be a little extra glowy in or hydrated. Now, you don't want to go overboard with this because it's going to be a little bit too oily, but just a little bit goes a really long way. I don't really put it in my T-zone. I like to just focus it right around these areas, so when I put on foundation, everything looks super glowy. And obviously, don't want to forget about your lips. They've been super chapped lately for me. And plus, I have this breakout right here that is already kind of covered in like a scabby because I picked at it too much, so you can cover that up a little bit too to hydrate it. Okay, so next I'm going to be correcting my under eye darkness. It's been a little bit crazy lately. This is the Prep and Prime highlighter corrector, whatever you want to call it, from MAC. Now the color of this pen is dark. That is actually discontinued, which is so upsetting, but they have other corrector pens that are from this series that are amazing. Just the color is going to be a little bit more brighter. So I'm just going to blend that in. This is not full coverage. This is a super light corrector pen. So if you're trying to cover up super darkness, this is not going to help you. You're going to need something a little bit more heavier. Okay, for foundation, I'm using the Benefit Hello Happy. I am in the shade number 4. It says it's a soft blur foundation. I've used it literally all summer. It is amazing if you like light to medium coverage. So when you're applying it, it's going to be obviously super light. You can layer it on for sure. And also it has like a soft matte type of finish. So anything hydrating underneath is going to look really good. I also really love it because I don't like a lot of concealer. So even if I layer it on underneath my eye area, it doesn't really crease for me. So that's a plus. And it's just like a nice natural layer of foundation. And I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about my brush. This is from Smashbox. It's their stippling foundation brush. It's super easy. I just kind of work it in. Work it in, girl. My lighting keeps changing because I'm sitting in front of a window and it's kind of overcast outside. So if I'm like funky colors, that's why. Next is going to be like an under eye brightener. This is also the Prep and Prime from MAC in the color. The color of this is medium plus, and this, like I said, won't really cover much. It's just going to brighten that under eye area. I like to use it all over the T-zone, so right in these areas. And when I'm doing my own makeup, I mean, I'm usually most likely using like 3 brushes. Ain't nobody got time to switch brushes. So you have your stippling brush, and I am just going to blend all that out. Okay, next is going to be a little bit of cream bronzer. This is the Le Duo from Lancome. The color here is Bisque, and it's just like a little bit darker than my skin tone. I wouldn't exactly call this color a contour stick, only because it's a little bit warm, as you can see. So I'm just adding this into the areas where I would normally bronze up my face. And then we're going to blend it all out. The reason why I really like this Lancome product is because it blends out super easy. So if you're in the market to look for something that is super blendable and you won't be scared to put on any type of dark. So if you have the right brush, the technique here is kind of crazy. You don't have to do anything special. I just kind of work it all in where it needs to go. And yeah, it's very seamless. Okay, next I'm going to be applying some blush. This is actually a lipstick. It's from Laura Mercier. It's their Velour Extreme Matte Lipsticks in the color Vibe, but it's a really pretty cheek color. So I'm just going to swatch this on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take some of that color onto my brush and apply it to the areas where I would want some blush. Yeah, I went a little crazy. Let's just blend that out. So it gives you like this nice flush. You can run it across the bridge of your nose as well for a more natural effect, obviously. I kind of go crazy with my blush, so I kind of like it very dispersed out, so nowhere specific. So now moving on to a little bit of powder, I want to set my T-zone. I have been loving the Barlactic Luminous Face Powder. I'm using the color Fair, and I am just going to lightly brush over the areas that we put. Now this face powder alone has a really nice kind of candlelit glow to it. It's really beautiful. I wear it alone sometimes, obviously not the color Fair because I'm a lot darker than that, but to set the T-zone. The color Fair or Light for my skin tone is perfect. It gives me enough glow in the center of my face to look beautiful and bright. So I really like this powder. If you haven't. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Take Home the Bronze from the Balm Cosmetics. It is amazing. If you haven't tried this product and you're in the market for a bronzer, this is it. Like, beautiful. They have a bunch of different shades that you can choose from. And usually with my brush that I have the bronzer, I just run it right over my eyelids and into my temples just to kind of lift up my eyes a bit, kind of pulls them out and gives them a little bit of shape. Moving on to brows, I've been using these two products consistently all summer. This is a brow primer from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so it's basically like a wax that will put your brows in place. And then some color to go over is the Gimme Brow from Benefit. So what I do first is I kind of go through my brows, lifting them up with this wax. It's gonna leave a little bit of like a white residue. That's okay. It disappears later on when you put on some kind of colorful product. And I'm going to put them in place and add a little bit of a color with the Gimme Brow. My shade is number 5. And if I have any sparse areas, I'm just gonna kind of work there a little bit longer. And so this is gonna give us like that feathered brow effect. I can't get over that trend. Like, no matter how many people say like, okay, we've had enough. You know, I haven't had enough. And I like my brows to be super feathery and beautiful. Do you guys like look back at your old Instagram pictures and are just like, sheesh, what was I thinking? Yeah, that's me and my eyebrow situation, because back then I thought I was so cool, but my brows, yeah, my Insta story right now is obnoxiously long. Well, if you've hung in there for so long, you might as well stay for the eye part. I'm gonna be using the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner. This is just like an eyeliner. The color of this is Brood. It's like a dark brown. And we're gonna go ahead and poke our eyeball out and apply that onto the top waterline. This is the most unflattering thing. And then I am just gonna run it right over my lashes to add some depth. And then you're gonna find a little brush, like so, and buff that out. This brush is a BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, and I'm just running it right along the lash line and just kind of pretending like it's eyeshadow, so it's gonna be like super smoky. So the effect I'm trying to get here is kind of like a smudgy liner. If you ever mess up with a liner when you're trying to do like a wing. This is like my savior. I always just smudge it out and pretend it never happened. For mascara, I'm using the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara. There is one that came out that's waterproof with blue packaging. You guys, I can't get that mascara off for like 3 days, so I'm gonna use the regular one. When it comes to mascara, I love more volumizing mascara. What about you guys? Are you more a lengthening mascara type gal or a volumizing? Let me know. I really like this one. And finally, we got to the lips. So I'm gonna be using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in 600. I love this pencil. I really do love this. So using this color, I kind of go in a lot. So I like to kind of flip the lip with the liner. And then I'm using the same color from Laura Mercier called Vibe that I used on my cheeks on my lips. Yay, that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this obnoxiously long Insta stories, and I will see you guys next time.